Hey guys, and welcome at Test and Review. Today we're gonna make another video tour of the 2016 Opel Insignia, and this is actually going to be a video review after 2 years with this particular Opel Insignia, which is 1.6 CDTI diesel engine, and it is the hatchback version of this beautiful car. As you can see, the design of this model aged pretty well. It's a beautiful looking car and actually much better than some much newer models that were released these days. To be honest, this period between 2012 and 2018 is one of my favorite periods regarding design, car design and looks. But before we proceed, let me kindly ask you to subscribe to my channel to get more of these interesting videos. Hit the bell icon for notifications when I upload videos, and I will really appreciate your support doing this. So let's proceed with the Insignia. Let's take a quick walk around. This is silver model. I don't know how good it looks on the camera, but it's silver color on these beautiful 18-inch silver alloy wheels. They are just beautiful, but with the 17s you're gonna get better comfort related to the ride with this car. But with the 18s it's still not bad, but don't go for 19 and 20 inch. I've seen Insignias with bigger wheels. If you live in a country with perfect roads, it's okay, but in other conditions, not so good. And the rear of the car, it is beautiful. There's the Insignia CDTI engine, and if you guys, we can check the trunk. It's locked. We'll check it after a while. I'll show you the interior, the trunk, and the engine bay. Now let's continue with the other part of the vehicle. It has very nice luggage space, nice interior, and in my opinion it just looks stunning. Still, after 8 years, it's a beautiful looking car. Let's go to the front again. This particular model doesn't have the AFLs. These are the regular lights, which are pretty good in regards to performance, lighting performance. They are automatic headlights. They turn on and off automatically depending on the lighting conditions outdoors. But you can get this model with AFL xenons that turn with the wheel. Yeah, in the front it also looks pretty good. Now let's take a quick look in the interior. Let's unlock the car. You see the front headlights automatically just light your path in the dark. They turn on when I pressed unlock on the key, and yeah, a nice feature. Now let's check the trunk, as I promised you guys. I'm gonna show you the trunk, which is pretty big. One of the nice features, and you can put the rear seats down and you get an enormous space. What I managed to fit in here are two 27.5-inch bicycles, so a very big trunk. You cannot get it on the hatchback with the electric closing and opening trunk for the hatchback, but for the estate you get electric opening, and the real lights are just awesome. Now let's go to the inside. Let me show you the rear space. Yeah, it's quite a mess in the inside. And let's check the dashboard. You have rear vents right here, and it's a beautiful looking interior with leather on the back of the seats, some leather here on the doors, soft materials, chrome, pretty good for 2016 Insignia. And here's an overview of the dashboard. This particular car has a digital cockpit, and one of the best features that I like in this car is the fact that it has Android Auto, and I often connect it with my smartphone and get a lot of features like Google navigation on the central screen, but I'll show you this in a second. Other than that, beautiful looking interior. It's a semi leather interior for this model. Soft closing doors. And here's the driver's door. You get the mirror controls and the all four windows controls. This is the rear window lock right here. And now let's check the dashboard. Let me just light it up. You have multifunction steering wheel. This model has the adaptive cruise control. This particular doesn't, but for the Insignia, for this release, it has it. And yeah, you have the controls here for the phone. When you sync your phone, you can answer right here, and the voice controls from here, decline a call from here. This is the autopilot cruise control, and here are the settings for the cruise control. And here you have the board computer controls and also the volume controls. And here is the digital cockpit, a beautiful feature for a 2016 car. As you can see, almost 100,000 kilometers. Yeah, it still rides pretty well. You can change what you see on the digital cockpit from here. You see the tire pressure monitor here, the remaining all life, fuel range, average economy on trip B and trip A with the distance, average economy and average speed. And here's the speed that you're currently at this very moment. And underneath you have some control about the limiter and the cruise control. Yeah, the RPMs on the right, some information about fuel and engine temperature. And here on the right, I don't know, you can change the display to navigation or something else. You can see the navigation controls here in the middle. A beautiful feature it is, this digital cockpit. And in the very middle you have the infotainment system. It was a 7 or 8 inch, I don't remember, probably an 8-inch screen, and you get Android Auto on this screen. You have navigation, projection, smartphone controls, and synchronization, audio control settings, traffic information, and the features you get when you plug it through the USB cable. Let me just show you how I do this. Here I have the cable. It's a USB cable. I plug it in my phone. The central arm is, by the way, is pretty good. We have USB and aux, 2 cup holders, beautiful cup holders. You can do this as well. Beautiful cup holders, some additional storage, and yeah, it's a beautiful leather wrapped armrest. And let's continue with the central console. We have the Parktronic here on and off, and the ESP switching on and off the traction control. I don't recommend you to turn it off, but you have this option right here in the middle. It's a 6-speed automatic gearbox, no dual clutch or anything stupid like that. It's a regular 6-speed. It's a strong one, reliable one, so I recommend it. I'm not sure what is the model for this. It's if it is GM made or S&D Japanese brand. I'm not really sure but it's a 6-speed automatic with the option to manually shift the gears. So pretty good gearbox. And here you have the climate controls. Thank you, Opel, for keeping the hardware buttons. These here are beautiful touch buttons, and if you have all the extras, you'll get the seat, the heating and ventilated seats right here for the dual zone climate control. And yeah, it's a beautiful setup. It looks good with the chrome. Here you have quick access, not like the big touch screen these days that you need to search in a menu for everything. You have everything beautiful aligned. Let me show from distance. The whole setup in the front is just beautiful. I've driven many newer cars and I still love this one. If I have the option to buy a car today, I would like it to look just like that. Just a beautiful interior. And here on the top you have the OnStar controls, the Wi-Fi option, and dialing OnStar right here directly. Unfortunately, Opel is not having this feature for new cars since they were sold by GM and they're part of Stellantis this day, and I believe the patent is left for the vehicles that are equipped in the GM model lineup, the different brands under GM, not in Opel anymore, but I'll have to double check about this. Now let me turn on the engine and I'll show you the engine bay. Now let's go to the front and I will open the engine bay. You need to put your hand underneath here, and there's a little switch. And here is the 1.6 CTI diesel engine and 136 horsepower and 300 and something newton meters of torque. Pretty punchy engine and pretty fast. It cruises smoothly, 140 kilometers on the highway, no issues whatsoever. So what I can say about this engine is pretty punchy and quite economical. I'm making an average of probably 5.7 kilometers, as you saw from the board computer, which is awesome for a heavy car like the Insignia. And yeah, pretty good engine. It's a call to the whisper engine since it's quite quiet and smooth on the road. Let me show the engine bay. Probably it's quite loud now after 250,000 kilometers. but a lovely engine. Good job Opel and GM developing this diesel engine. And yeah guys, this is it for today's Insignia review. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos. I promise to upload more. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Check the link in the description below where I'll post the full review at testproductreview.com, and I will see you soon. Thank you and bye bye.